Hi Scorpio, welcome to your reading for Tuesday, February 13th. Oh my goodness. If you want to enter win a free reading on 2/22, just put free reading in the comments. And I'll announce the winner on the 22nd. You can book a personal with me on my Etsy. You can donate on my Cash App or join Patreon or YouTube. There's different membership options available. All of that is in the description box below. Otherwise, thank you for being here, and let's get started. So before I was opening, or while I was meditating on your energy before your reading, I've been feeling kind of weird the last couple of days, and not in a way that, like, almost like I'm getting a cold, but it's not like manifesting. And I heard ascension sickness in my guidance. So you may be feeling some form of like ascension sickness as you line up like your chakras, your different like energy bodies with your 3D body. You might be having some things like, you might be like rejecting certain foods, like things that used to agree with you aren't agreeing with you anymore. Obviously, I'm a tarot reader, not a doctor, so if you have any concerns, please do get those checked out. But ascension sickness is a different thing. I'm being guided to tell you about a time I experienced ascension sickness. It was like, it hit like so hard, and I thought I was like, I had like a really bad fever, but there was no fever, and I was like shaking, but there was no reason I should be, and I was just on the couch like drinking hot water and lemon and honey and cayenne pepper for like 3 days. And then a friend of mine actually made this tincture. It's just like raw garlic with lime juice and honey. It wasn't a tincture, it was just like a mixture, but that's standing out. So you may feel like you're sick and there's no like reasonable explanation for it, and ascension sickness may be something to look into. Otherwise, let's draw a couple of oracle cards. Also garlic. Oh my gosh, I'm hearing garlic, like energy vampires. And then citrus. The citron used to be used, and I think still is used in the Jewish Sukkot holiday, which is a holiday for fasting that celebrates the Jews going into the wilderness after they left Egypt, I believe, and lived on manna. So this is definitely some sort of ascension sickness, like, and those are some ingredients you might work with. Garlic and citrus. 6 of Cups. Ooh, I've never pulled this card before. It's really pretty. I really love the elephants. The 6 of Cups is the overall energy for your reading today, Scorpio. We're going to read about elephants. 3:43 on the timer. Excuse me. Remember the days when you would wake up and your only responsibility was to play? For many of us, that may seem like a lifetime ago. Life was easy, it was carefree, it was fun. Each day held new and exciting possibilities for amusement. When it was time to go to sleep, it was the simple joys of life that left you feeling cared for and content. That is the energy of the 6 of Cups. It is the sentiment of childhood innocence. When I read for myself and this card appears, I know I have been taking life a little too seriously, and it is time to get outside with my daughter for some goofing off. Aside from the quality time, an hour or so of play can lead to several hours of productive work that I wouldn't have had without a break. It's hard not to be in a blissful state when you are outside playing, and it is in that state of being that you open the channel for positive encounters and new ideas. When you draw the 6 of Cups, your situation may benefit from taking your inner child on a play date. Depending on your situation, however, you may also need to consider if you are not taking responsibility or playing the innocent as a means to avoid any feelings of guilt. The high-spirited young elephants are in the happiness zone with their trunks in the air like they just don't care. Focusing their energy on the simple pleasure of being in the water. Elephants have this larger-than-life, natural, cheerful quality and vibrantly express happiness when they play. When you feel uneasy about letting loose or feel the burdens and responsibilities of adult life zapping your positive energy, call upon the elephant. This wise animal will help you strike the perfect balance between work and play. The elephant's powerful force in body and in the mind will help you break through obstacles that may be preventing you from enjoying the simple pleasures of life. Elephants are heart center, relationships, love, harmony, and wisdom. Elephants are amazing creatures. They dig in the mud with their trunks to bring up minerals. It's part of how they get their like nutrients. So you may very well need to like go outside and be in the dirt. There's something here about like an affinity with that. Also breaking free from any illusions of limitation, right? The elephant is easy to train because it'll believe that it's chained to something that it can easily move, but because there's like the chain there, it won't go anywhere. So this is like you, I think, recognizing your own power as well. And that power for you is activated by playfulness, by a spirit of lightheartedness, and even by, I'm thinking of the Hierophant card in the Light Seers Tarot. He's just this happy-go-lucky looking guy. Maybe I can find it. Or maybe it'll come up in this reading. But he's just this happy-go-looking guy who's like kind of foolish looking. There's this archetype of the wise fool. And it's somebody who has gotten to a point in their experiences in their life where they sort of realize, I think, the absurdity of what it is to be too serious. And I don't mean like the Joker, like why so serious, like kind of psychopathically so, but more like there's just been like a deep-seated acceptance for the capacity of the world to present evil and the capacity of the world to present good. And you, I think, finding your peace and your bliss, following your bliss, as Joseph Campbell said, walking that middle ground. This one wants to come out. No way. The Six of Cups and the Lovers. So you have the Lovers coming out in your energy here, Gemini energy, and then the arrow, bow and arrow on her arm, of course, reminds me of Sagittarius. You might be dealing with a Sagittarius, or you may have met a Sagittarius. You might be dealing with somebody who has like dreadlocks or long hair as well. Maybe somebody older than you. What is Scorpio's current energy, please? This is what's coming towards you, the way it fell out. The Wheel of Fortune reversed. Okay, that's interesting. So the Wheel of Fortune has been upright, coming towards you, coming towards you, coming towards you, and now here it's reversed. You're blocking your own blessing, Scorpio, by not having enough fun, is what this is saying. Or you may be trying to block your own blessings by not having enough fun, and you're being encouraged right now to have fun because this is your destiny, your Wheel of Fortune. Jump on it. I'm hearing, oh my God. Eight of Swords reversed. Yeah, come unstuck. Get out of your head. This is exactly that energy of, in the Eight of Swords, she has 8 swords and she's bound by cloth, and all she has to do is like cut herself free with one of the swords, right? And that's the same thing as this elephant. Like, all the elephant has to do when it's tied to like a chair is walk away, and it doesn't, because there's this imaginary tie. What is this imaginary tie here for Scorpio? The Ten of Pentacles? Okay. What? There's something backwards in your energy, Scorpio. I think because you've been overcoming lack mentality in your readings lately, right? This is telling me that you believe that in order to have like a happy home life, there needs to be some sort of element of working for it. But like, this is working to the point of exhaustion. This is working to the point of like, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. This can also be that your perception of, excuse me, success is being challenged right now. The universe is throwing you a different opportunity to have an outlook on success that does not involve money or security. And this is supposed to expand your awareness of what, not only what success is, but what you're capable of, your power, as well as like that activation of that inner child, maybe that activation of a romantic partnership or something outside of like the boundaries of, I'm hearing hearth and home. Outside of the boundaries of hearth and home, it broadens your horizons. So if you thought your 10 of Pentacles was like hearth and home, family, like a house, a picket fence kind of, you know, male, female, like relationship, one kid, a dog, like you might be not only finding happiness where you are, but manifesting this through finding happiness where you are, which is part of the law of attraction, right? Like, you have to believe you're already there. You match the energy of what you're trying to receive. So the universe is offering you an opportunity right now to match the energy of what it is you'd like to receive. And you may not know what that is. What's in your past, your recent past for Scorpio regarding this reading? Temperance reversed. Okay. Sagittarius energy again. Again, big, you might be dealing with a Sag. You might have Sagittarius or Gemini. 5 of Pentacles reversed, yeah. Overcoming your lack mentality by finding this key within yourself, which has to do with some form of like not I'm hearing not being able to rein it in. Like, Scorpio, if you're obsessive, if you're like the kind of Scorpio that gets into something and you're just in it, you might like lose sight of other things. And you might lose sight of like all other things. Like, you might get to a point where, like, say in a love relationship, you fall into somebody else's like life, or they fall into yours or something, and you're just like consumed by one another to the point where you've like forgotten what it is to like live separately, and then you go to like be separate for a while, and it's almost like you were feeding off of each other's energy instead of generating your own, and so you're kind of like depressed, and you're realizing like this is chemical almost, like you're realizing the chemical influence of this, and also a more grounded version of like maintaining a healed relationship going forward. I just need to say that this chick's face looks kind of like Miley Cyrus's profile for some reason. Maybe you're a fan of Miley Cyrus. The Fool, Aquarius energy, taking a leap of faith in love. Can't be more clear than that. I think with the 10 of Pentacles here, 5 of Pentacles reversed, Temperance reversed, something may have happened either with your money, where you like lost a lot of money, or your home, or your stability, maybe all of the above. And yet at the same time, it's kind of put you in this like, I don't know, like almost a happy-go-lucky space where you're like, oh, I had all this stuff and it was actually weighing me down, or I had this life and it was actually not suitable for me or something. Okay. Children, you might be having children with this person, or you might have children with this person. You may also be like wanting children, or you might be doing some inner child healing regarding a situation that has to do with Temperance reversed and the Five of Pentacles reversed, like overspending your energy maybe as well, instead of just, you know, like money. This reading seems like, on the one hand, very clear-cut and straightforward, and on the other, like it's missing something. And so I kind of feel like that's your attitude right now, Scorpio. I want to know what this is. This is what you're missing, I think. Oh, wow. Queen of Cups reversed. I think you're having trouble with having compassion for yourself in the past for what you've been through. Or having compassion for somebody else who treated you really unfairly with Temperance in reverse and the Five of Pentacles in reverse. The Magician reverse. This is interesting. So kind of look at the way the water is playing out in these cards. Sorry, I'm trying to... Like, you can see if he were sitting above ground and she were sitting below, he's pouring in and she's receiving, right? And it creates almost this infinity symbol. But it came out reverse like this. So it's almost like somebody who was in the receiving position is now in the giving position, or vice versa. And I'm also hearing this can be your ego and your subconscious. There could be this exchange of energy going on between your ego and your subconscious right now, where something's coming up from the surface of your subconscious and like blocking your manifestations or making them come out in ways that are like unintended with this Wheel of Fortune reverse. That's exactly what this is, actually. Yeah, there's something in your subconscious mind that is, it's not blocking your manifestations, but it's like warping them so that you get a Wheel of Fortune, but the opportunity for this Wheel of Fortune requires you to change something in your perspective that you have yet to address. And it's about this Temperance reverse. What is this Temperance reverse? The Emperor reverse and the Tower reverse. 16 reduces to 4. So there's a need here for you or somebody around you to control situations, and not from a place of like the benefit of others. To prevent towers from falling. So I don't think this is you, Scorpio, because this is your energy, the Tower. Unless there's fully something going on that you like just cannot see about yourself or your situation. Wow, the Moon. Well, that's confirmation. There's something you can't see here about yourself or your situation. What is it? Ace of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, okay. It's your lack mentality. We get this spirit. We need like a little bit of a clearer message. It's because it's like going around in circles. There's like these, almost like these self-protective, like reflection, like bounce off, bounce off, bounce off. Like you're avoiding something by like going in circles around it, by answering questions with like more questions, or like answering a question with an answer that, excuse me, is formulated using the same words. There's something at the heart of the matter that is just not... Oh, really? Yeah, okay. It's just your perspective. But it's your emotional perspective. Or your perspective on how you feel emotionally. With Temperance reversed, you may, and Queen of Cups reversed, you might be like really empathic. And you might have a hard time like navigating all of those emotions and other people's energy and stuff. And so you might feel overwhelmed by, you just might feel overwhelmed by like any situation that isn't you kind of like being alone. Like you want to have this, 10 of Pentacles. You want to have this, the Lovers, the Six of Cups, the Fool. But there's some need that you have to control a situation that stems from not wanting to watch a tower fall regarding your perspective of what prosperity is. Yeah, so you're relearning what prosperity means with the Page of Pentacles here. Finding balance. Okay, so my teacup, balance of head and heart, yields strength of character. Eight of Swords reverses the head. Queen of Cups reverses the heart. It's like your head and your heart got switched at one point, Scorpio, and your heart started thinking for your head, and your head started thinking for your heart. And yeah, you got all flipped and backwards in your energy. It was probably in the last reading I did, we were talking about how you dove all the way like into your shadow, all the way to like the deepest part of your shadow, and you lost a bunch of stuff along the way and met a bunch of like demons and generational traumas and stuff, and then you made your way out. But it's like this is you still sort of undoing the emotional trauma, getting triggered sometimes, like feeling despondent maybe in your body because your body is still holding on to the emotions of that experience. I read this thing the other day that said the hips are the emotional junk drawer of the body. And I don't know, that's messed up, but we've been working on like hip openers in yoga, so you might like look into like hip openers and drinking water. And another book that comes to mind is a really famous one called The Body Keeps Score, about the ways that our bodies store trauma. You can find a free PDF online, I believe. And it's just, it's a really great book about releasing trauma. So I think, Scorpio, that what is sort of skewing your manifestations right now is just this trauma, which is why your overall energy is the Six of Cups, like learning to heal your inner child, like how to have fun again. If you're dealing with something like CPTSD or something like that, or PTSD, this is you learning to open up to the world again, open up to new experiences with the Fool here, open up to new love. Maybe you've just been through it with love and you're just like not ready or not feeling like you're ready, but this is telling me you are. And what's holding you back now is your trauma, your emotional sinkhole. Again, vampires, like maybe you dealt with a lot of emotional vampires in the past. And I think a perspective you can hold here moving forward is that any blessings that are being blocked now are them having power over your future. You're giving them power still by like remaining in your fear and your triggers. And there's no victim blaming here at all, and no judgment. I understand fully well how difficult it can be to face those things, but it's like you've done an about face, Scorpio. Like you dove in, you got the key, and now you've done an about face. 24, 41, and 42 on the timer as I'm saying that. No way, 24, 42. About face. Okay, we're done. And you're marching the other direction, and this is like a major adjustment in perspective for you. I lost my train of thought. I was channeling and now I'm just like me again. Okay. Coming in for Scorpio. Spirit. The Four of Swords reverse. Okay, yeah. Coming out of your rest mode, out of your... This rune is like a gateway rune. And it talks about birth. It talks about like... It's supposed to kind of mimic the birthing canal. It's a doorway, and it's like, yes, you've been through the doorway, and now you're coming out the other side or stumping back about face in the other direction with all your keys in hand. You've got the Five of Pentacles reversed and this giant key. You've gone through the door. You go from the Page of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles. It's like everything you had at one point, it felt like sand slipping through your hands. And then you just picked up this ability to balance yourself, or you are picking up this ability to balance yourself, especially in how you relate to other people through the green is the color of the heart, orange is the color of the second chakra, heart chakra, second chakra, which is water, how we relate to people. And then green, of course, opening your heart. And then she's standing in tree pose. So trees bend. They don't, they bend when the storm comes, right? Because if they were rigid, they would snap. This is you learning to go from a place of being rigid, which you may have had to be in order to heal or in order to like proceed with healing. Because you were in an environment that wasn't serving you or helping you. It may have been very difficult for you to set those boundaries and leave or go elsewhere or whatever, kick people out, who knows. But you're now finding new balance, growing new roots. She has new roots growing out of her foot here. Anything else for the Ten of Pentacles, Six of Cups, Wheel of Fortune reverse, the High Priestess. Woo! I have like a really good feeling about this High Priestess. This tunnel of light behind her almost looks like the throat of another like higher being, like a, or like some larger energetic sheath of herself or something. She's definitely receiving downloads, awakening to her psychic abilities. Again, you might be feeling that ascension sickness kind of deal. And play is going to help you get that energy out, whether it be outside in nature or whether it be like just finding reasons to laugh or be silly, or, you know, you don't have to take it all so seriously. Ascension as a process can feel really, really serious sometimes. And I think that's sort of one of the gateways that we go through with this rune that's on her arm. It's like, if you go into the philosophical overthinking, overanalyzing, overappreciating even part of it, and you're just like, this is amazing. Like the symbolism can become overwhelming. Like the signs from the universe can become overwhelming. Like my mom has this saying that she uses all the time. Sometimes a rabbit's just a rabbit. And, you know, fundamentally, I don't think I believe that. But the human brain isn't really designed to operate that way, at least not in our current circumstances. So it's important to use your discernment. And this is you getting on top of that process, I'm hearing. If it's been a problem before or in the past, this is you balancing. With the Page of Pentacles, my right ear's ringing right now. What's the Fool with the Lovers? Two of Wands. You got the world in your hands, but you're afraid to take the leap. What's holding you back, Scorpio? Eight of Pentacles reversed. Not working. Maybe you... So there's a green candle. It could be a heart chakra healing. needing to do some heart chakra healing. There's also these herbs here. You might be working with like herbs or needing to work with herbs. Like you might be being called by spirit to work with herbs, magic, maybe writing. You might be being called to write something down, to illuminate something about the moon or moon cycles. What is the Eight of Pentacles reversed? The Hermit. I've never seen the Hermit card in this deck. I'm going to read it. Inner reflection, meditation, contemplation, soul searching, inner wisdom, spiritual mentor, finding your guide within, taking time away from the chaos of a busy life, and hermiting. Inner sage, inner mentor, inner guide, show me my brightest light so that I may see with all of my heart. Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles has a nurturing, loving heart. She knows the importance of self-care. She knows the importance of, like, look at her poise. She's, like, relaxed. She's feeling the sun on her face. She's got these branches in her hair that are, like stag antlers that are symbolic of a connection with the divine. Like antenna, almost. She's got tattoos or like beads around her hands, which is speaking to me about, I think these are her sleeves actually, like mesh sleeves, but it's speaking to me about the rosary, interestingly enough. She's got a red pillow that indicates the root chakra and blue eyeshadow. She speaks about what she sees. The tree behind her is a sugar pine tree, I think. Those trees, which are really cool pines because they have these like really long, like huge foot-long cones. And they were, maybe still are, like, I think they were endangered in this area. And so like we went around planting a bunch of them and there were big efforts made to replant them. So this is you kind of doing the meditative inner work. Your work, you've been confusing your work with like going to work to your job full time. And your work right now, as somebody who needs to heal from what you've been through, is to heal. It's to use your herbs to take care of your body. It's to take care of your mind, to journal, to manifest, all of that, to get in touch with your guides, to open yourself up to your emotional flow, to have grace with yourself. Manifest, yeah. This is your perspective is changing about where your worth lies. And you're taking it from outside of the norm of a societal like perspective and into the norm of a human one, of what it is to like be a human in a body, feeling and knowing that like life can be exciting, life can be awesome. You can wake up every day and be excited to do what you're going to do, even if you don't know what that is. The unknown does not have to be terrifying. You've been through so much already. Judgment reversed, yeah, undoing a perspective about maybe being jaded, about what's coming for you, finding yourself being happy, cutting your losses with the Seven of Pentacles and the World, ending out a cycle. What was that on the bottom? Ace of Wands, Scorpio, you're being gifted with new vision. This was a beautiful reading. I'm going to leave it here. I hope that this resonated for you. If it did, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.